Happy Tuesday, everybody. I got a request to talk about some of the apps I use to help me stay on track. So I wanted to go over a few of my favorite apps on my smartphone that help me stay on track and help me reach a lot of my fitness goals, whether it's keeping track of my food, keeping track of my workout, being mindful, things like deep breathing, meditation, drinking my water. So I thought I'd blaze through these. Number one, the one that I use all the time, every single day, is MyFitnessPal, and this is what I have my clients use as well. The app looks like this. It's this little runny guy here. And I use this to track my food. What I love about it is that some of the foods say that they're certified, so it doesn't mean that Joe Schmo down the street is making up the types of food that are in there and how many calories it has. It's been certified. It means that you can trust the amount of calories, fat, carbohydrates, protein, fiber that's actually in these foods. It also has a scanning feature, so if you buy a product from the store and you don't want to type in, oh, I had, one serving of this, which is 20 carbs, 10 protein, 5 fat, you just scan it. So that I love. I use this to keep track of my food. This is, just tracking your food in general is probably one of the most important things to do to stay on track, especially when you're looking at weight loss or food allergies, because if you have something that you can look back on and you're like, I'm not getting the results I want, what am I eating all the time? Maybe this isn't something that I should be having on a regular basis. Or maybe you're getting really sick and you're not sure what it is. Look back on those foods, but also holding yourself accountable for the foods that you're putting in your mouth. This is huge, because a lot of times if we're trying to lose weight or become healthy, we have that ice cream cone, but you sort of like take it out of your mind and you sort of forget about it because maybe you feel guilty that you had it. And if you have to write it down, for a lot of people, one, it sort of stops them from putting it down in general, because you're like, do I really want to admit to myself that I made this type of choice? Okay, I'll make a healthier one. So that sort of strays you away from it. And then also, if you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, I had, a whiskey Coke every day this week. Ooh, maybe I need to start thinking about, like, what are my habits, and I should maybe be making some other changes. Also, it has the ability to track your weight. You can track your workouts as well, so you can see what kind of habits you're creating as far as your physical activity, and of course your nutrition as well. But staying on track is so much easier when you're actually tracking your food. Then it's not like this whole, I don't get why I'm not making changes, or, oh, things are going really well. There's no longer this confusion. You have the facts. You know what you're eating. You know how much of it you're eating, and this is just a great resource for that. I also love Waterlogged, which looks like this. Waterlogged is how I track my water, because you can, be drinking your water or your coffee, and kind of know, you're like, oh, I had like 3 glasses of water, but it's sort of like with the nutrition part. If you eat something you don't really want to remember you ate, you can make it disappear in your head, or you can think, I had a lot of water today. You can make yourself believe that. But Waterlogged, I love it, because what you do is it has a little water bottle here, and you can click on this, and I already had a big thing of water, which I know is 24 ounces because I took a Nalgene that has all the ounces lined up on it, filled that up, and then filled up my water bottle that I keep drinking out of, and it was 24 ounces. So then what you do is you can type in the volume, so I know that I had 24 ounces, so I type it in, 24, and then you record it, and then this little bottle, you also get little rewards when you get to the goal for your day. But you set your goal, so I have mine set at 60, and then it says that I'm 32 ounces away. So this is how I know I either had this water or I didn't have this amount of water. So it's kind of like MyFitnessPal, but for your water. And then it just did. It's like, oh, congratulations, you drank water. Here's a coupon for something. So I love that. I track all of my workouts in something called A Note. If you've ever heard of Evernote, it's this cool app that tracks like notes and receipts and things like that. So A Note looks like this. I have these all out and ready because I use them on a regular basis. So A Note, this is how I track all of my workouts. In here, I open the calendar. So I'll go to the last month. All those little things, those are all of my workouts. And when I open one of these, you can edit these notes. So this one says day 3. I'll edit this. So this has a picture of the workout that my trainer sends me, and then I have all of my workouts, all of the different actual workouts, and then the weight that I'm lifting for them, or if I did cardio. So then I can then search. This is why I love this, is you can just use the search feature, and if I want to find out, you know, how many reps and what weight did I do leg press like a month ago, I just search leg press and it'll show me every workout I did with a leg press, and I can go back and compare my weights. Now it's really important for me that I'm increasing my weight or my reps because I'm trying to become stronger. That's my goal, is to become stronger. So it's great when I can look back and see, am I making progress, or have I been doing the same amount of weights forever and ever and ever? So I really love that one for tracking my workouts. And then I also love, if you like MyFitnessPal, but you like can't really get the hang of it, there's another one called Tap and Track, and it has a little apple on it. That's another really good one for tracking food. And then also, if you're working on Tabatas, which is really short intervals of high intensity cardio, there's an app called Tabata Free. So that looks like this, and this sets a timer for you. So back in the day when I was doing HIIT training, high intensity interval training on the treadmill, instead of looking at the time on the treadmill or looking at a stopwatch, I set this to go to like blink when it's been 30 seconds and then blink when it's been a minute. So that's what my trainer said. You know, she said, I think that's what it was, like sprint for 30 seconds, walk for a minute. And so instead of like looking and being like, oh, has it been 30 seconds? I just have my phone up on the thing and it starts blinking. Or you can change the colors of it. So even if I'm just like looking straight ahead, I can see something's happening down here and I know that I need to run, or it'll start beeping in your ear. And then finally, I just gotta find this one. I recently updated my phone, so everything's a little bit jumbled up here. It's called the Mindfulness app. Here, I'll search for it really quick. There we go. Where'd it go? All right, so the Mindfulness app, right when you open it, take a deep breath. This is a great meditation app. This is great for if you have an interview coming up, a busy day, maybe starting your morning. It has guided meditations, silent meditations from 30 seconds to a half hour. And I was coming home from Denver and I was super anxious about flying because that's just how I am. And so I put my phone on airplane mode. My Mindfulness app worked. Which was awesome, and I put my earphones in and I did the 30-minute guided meditation, and it got me all the way through takeoff, and we were up in the air for a little bit already, and I felt a lot more at peace. And so much of fitness is not just the nutrition and you know, lifting heavy weights and running all day long. It's about taking care of your soul and your spirit and your brain. And you know, you can, in some other videos I've said, you can have the best workout coach and the best food, but if you're not taking time to relax and appreciate yourself and be mindful of the world around you, not everything's going to stick or going to work for you. So tracking your food, love it. For MyFitnessPal, Waterlogged is how I track my water. I track my activity in A Note. But you could do that. You could make your own little Excel spreadsheet. That's what Chris does. And then the Mindfulness app for when I feel like I'm going a million miles an hour and I'm going to go right off a cliff. I take that time to just breathe and relax. And I'm just looking at this really quick to see if there's anything else. But let me know what you guys love to use. I'm always looking for new apps and new things. These are just the ones that I've gotten a hold of. I'm such an old fart when it comes to technology, so if you have a new one, you might have to teach me how to use it. But those are my favorites, and I hope they help you stay organized and stay motivated for reaching your goals. See you later.